1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the 5 to the
8, 12.
Oh, I can't stand you. Hello, world.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Miss Glam. How are you?
I am fabulous.
You got your girl Mohazel here, and today we have a very special guest in the building. PieDiva, street correspondent, Ms.Glam, Sissy. What's up, girl?
Hey, how y'all doing?
You doing good, girl?
I am.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
I think so.
All right. Miss Glam, you gonna break her in, right?
I gotta go home with her. That's your responsibility.
We'll make
Be
it fun.
nice.
We're always nice to our
Who?
guests. We're always nice.
You talking about me?
Oh, she meant Miss Glam.
No.
Just
You
one
the
time
one-
in your life.
You the one guest that I don't have to be nice to.
Oh, I sense a rumbling going on.
Not yet.
Oh, it will be.
Right.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, PieDiva all started with my mom that is deceased now. She made pies for every occasion, and I thought what better way to honor her than to keep the tradition going. So I'm going to take the name and run with it. Been doing pretty good.
That's beautiful. Do you feel like her presence is upon you when you're making the pies and that you got the recipe down to a science and mom would approve?
I think now. It took me a while.
Okay.
A couple of test runs, but I do. I think she sprinkles her magic in the oven while I'm making them.
That's beautiful. Well, I have actually tasted your pies and they are wonderful.
Well, thank you.
So Duval, please at her at Instagram _PieDiva _ and DM her and put your pie order in. It's good stuff.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Be careful. It breaks up happy homes.
It really does.
If you don't share. Are we ready for the weekly delight?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Miss PieDiva, you're not gonna partake. No worries. Miss Glam, let's do this. Weekly Delight is where we take a person, place, or thing, inspirational quote. It could be books, it can be vinyl, it could be pies, it can be mimosas, it could be whatever is getting us through the week and keeping us pumped till we get to Friday, or as I like to call,
Please don't.
Friday.
Lord have
No,
mercy.
okay.
You're supposed to
We're moving on.
behave
It's
yourself
okay.
in front
It's
of
okay.
guests.
It's okay. I know I'm corny. Miss Glam, you're up first.
You know what? With my sissy being here, my weekly delight is something she bought me.
Aww.
Aw.
She's starting out sweet. I like it. Let's see how far
It's
this
my
goes.
yoga Barbie.
First of all, Miss PieDiva is looking at you like, where's the catch?
I was just checking.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
She bought me a yoga Barbie.
I did see this picture. Oh, that's really
Yes.
sweet. I actually saw the picture of it. Yeah. It actually kind of looks like you, Miss Glam.
Really?
Yeah, just cute. The little pose.
Make her however you want her to be.
Just like you. If you want to do downward dog, she can do downward dog.
No, she sits in lotus pose.
See? If you want to do lotus, she'll do lotus.
Let her be your inspiration.
Really?
Let her be your twin.
If you want to be on your head, use her as your inspiration.
That's all you got? No elaboration? We just, no.
No, I like my yoga Barbie. She sits in my my little yoga area, and I look at her.
So you got a special spot for her, right?
Yes.
So when you first opened up the box, what did you think?
My sissy provides gifts.
Okay.
She made me drive her to the store to pick up my gift.
What's the problem? She was spending quality time with you.
No.
That's right.
She wanted to ensure you liked what you wanted before she purchased.
Apparently had
Sounds
mentioned I
smart.
wanted it. It was on back order. It was very popular.
I ordered the wrong thing,
Oh, never mind. I gave her too much credit.
but I'll take it.
Boom.
Really?
Mhm.
But she made me drive her to the store. What
Quality
was it?
time.
It
Quality
was after
time.
brunch. It was after brunch.
You say force. She says quality time.
I gotta go to Target.
And you never hear me say anything about Target.
But yeah, yoga Barbie.
I am assuming you see the beauty in it because you made it your weekly delight.
I do. I love it.
I think it's cute. I think it's a beautiful Barbie. So my weekly delight is tea.
Not as good as mine.
No, it's not as good. No, I'll admit it's not as good, but it tastes really good. Ginger root and rosemary tea. After coming back from the Netherlands, I will never drink tea the same. I thought the English had the tea right when they put cream in it, but putting ginger root and rosemary, perfect. I've been like feeding it every morning. It's how I start my morning. I feel like I can start my day right and smile and breathe and be ready to kick some ass after drinking some ginger root rosemary tea. No comments.
no,
Like,
because
dog,
it's
what kind of
lame.
show is this?
It's lame.
Okay, then say something. You're just like silence, no banter.
It's lame. You need a better weekly delight.
Actually, it tastes pretty good. And didn't I not have this same type of tea minus the rosemary at your house?
No, you had turmeric, local honey, and ginger root tea at my house with a sprinkle of sea moss.
So do you not go extra with your tea?
That's different.
Well, I actually want to try it.
Yay! Boom. Thank you.
Whatever. She's not allowed to decide with you.
This is going to be fun. We'll see whose sides are who at the end. Are you ready for the topic, ladies?
I'm ready.
I'm definitely ready.
Really?
Yes.
It definitely has to be added.
It's going to pick up from here. I know it. Hang on,
I've been
folks.
waiting on this topic.
So the topic is College of Pride or College Diversified. And pretty much we're going to go down a rabbit hole of figuring out the pros and cons of people when they choose to go to a historical black college, HBC, versus going to a traditional diversified university. So, Ms. Glam, so we can just kind of recap, even though the guests should know where you've gone by now. You've said it on several episodes. Can you please tell us what university you went to?
Florida State University. Go Noles.
And Miss PieDiva, what school or university did you attend?
I went to the very first historically black college in the state of Florida, and it's Edward Waters College, located here in Jacksonville.
She said that with pride, too.
I did.
Did you hear it?
With the neck roll.
We won't talk about mine. Mine is just here. It's just here so we can say it.
As long as she finally
Mine
admits.
is here. Mine.
FSU.
No need.
FSU.
It's, yeah. So clearly we're going to be bantering between you two mostly. I'm jumping in. But University of North Florida, for all 6 fans who don't know, we are the Ospreys. Don't worry about it. We are an actual university. My degree is real. That's all you need to know. Moving on.
Hello.
Okay. All right, ladies. So the first question. When it came to deciding the college that you chose, what influenced your choice?
Well, for me, both of my parents went to EWC.
Okay.
Oh, that is right.
Yes.
Did they meet there?
No.
No.
They grew up together.
Okay, that's
together.
cute though.
They actually flopped schools. So my mother started at BCU and my father at EWC.
Okay.
And then they flip-flopped.
Okay.
So then my dad went to BCU and my mom graduated from EWC. And it's been in my family. Like my mom went, my aunts went, my mom's friends. So
it was a no-brainer.
It was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It was home.
So now, and let me ask you a quick question before we go to Ms. Glam. When you were younger, did they instill that pride, that school pride? You felt it even as a kid? You kind of just knew? Or just the older you got, like when it was time to decide colleges, is that when they started to instill this into you? Or was it like everybody was a fan of the college, if that makes sense?
I had no clue of EWC.
Okay. So it was when you were much older.
Right.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
It was
No worries.
Senior year. I was going to Miami for college. And my mom was like, yeah, no, you're going to EWC. And that's as far as you're going.
You're voluntold.
Yep.
Okay. But you don't regret, I'm sure.
No, I don't.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Did she tell you she went there?
She did.
Okay.
And then from there, I was like, okay.
Now, Ms. Glam, in regard to your choice to Florida State, so what influenced you? And, did you know the whole time, even when you were younger, that you're going to go to it? Or did it just kind of become a thing when you were getting old enough to decide colleges?
So I know you asking this for the guests because your ass is the reason why I ended up at Florida State.
I mean, do you regret your degree?
No. However, it's your fault.
So that's
it's your fault.
So I influenced you. So
No.
a wonderful parent. Let's clean this up. So a wonderful person influenced you to go to a college that's well known in the state of Florida. You're welcome.
No.
And you not only got one degree, you got 2. You're welcome.
So have we shared this rabbit hole?
Yes.
We have.
Yes.
Okay. So to summarize, Miss Mohazel.
They're going to get tired of our stories.
I know.
We need new ones.
But Miss Mohazel told me, I'm going to Florida State. You should come. We're going to be roomies. And painted this nice, lovely picture of how we were just going to be living it up in Tallahassee. And then... well, what had happened was, after I've gotten in.
I mean, money talks. Money talks. And when you get a little money from the school, shout out to UNF, you go where the money takes you. I'll be honest.
That was the primary reason that I ended up going to Florida State.
You know what I'm saying?
They cut me a nice
little check. You see what I'm saying? She don't tell that part. She always blame it on me, but you took that check.
I did.
You know what I'm saying? Money influences the change of the game. You were influenced by money and your bestie. Okay. Now that we asked, what influence, let's go into, did these schools meet your expectation? And I guess before we go there, y'all want to know about my school? Not really. It's not important. My school's all right. It's okay. We know. We know.
I need this episode. We're gonna pull out sound bites every time I hear them.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm to be clear, I'm very super prideful of my school. I'm just saying, if we're talking about people out there that aren't in Florida, not many people have heard of the University of North Florida. So I'm aware, but they've heard of Ed Waters. They've heard of FSU. So that's why I'm harping mostly on YouTube. But to be correct, did I think about going to a historical Black college? Yes, I did. I wanted to go to Howard University, but that
it's cold up there.
Registration fee.
It's a pretty dope school.
Yeah. No, it's a very dope school. I really, that's where I wanted to go. So my heart was set initially. I grew up, I had cousins who went to historical Black college. They went to Bethune-Cookman. Had cousins that were in band at these historical Black colleges. I grew up going to the classics. So historical Black universities have been all in my childhood. I ended up going to UNF just because the money took me there. Yeah, private school was hella expensive. So that's money pretty much is the reason why I chose not to go to historical Black college.
Out of state schools were no goer.
Yeah, and then that too. But I mean, I could have chose in-state, but private colleges are hella expensive. So
yeah, I got into Stetson, and the scholarship they gave me paid for full tuition at Florida State. Only did a small dent in their tuition. No, ma'am.
So pretty much money is our influence, and you were just heritage. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Back to the next question. Did it meet your expectations? I mean, be honest. It's okay.
Yes and no.
Okay. So. Oh man, wait. You it depends. Oh, y'all definitely related. Definitely related. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you have those moments where you have alumni weekend, you have homecoming.
Yes.
You have when you're chilling on the yard. You have sororities, you have fraternities, you have parties. That, of course, exceeds your expectation.
Okay. So
I was in choir. Aspect. I didn't really have a life outside of choir.
Okay. Yes, the choirs. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was my life. You have a lot of dull moments.
Okay. Now elaborate on what do you mean, or give an example of a dull moment.
Like the weekends. There was
nothing
the weekends, going on.
Really? Just desert.
Okay.
All right. Keep going.
You had curfew.
Oh.
That was annoying.
You had to stay on campus?
I wanted the experience.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Nope. I'm with you. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So
I
wanted the experience.
To escape, she would go, come pick me up.
Right. Or I would go to my aunt's or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
But I wanted the experience. So that was the only thing that was the downside.
Okay.
The dull times.
Got it.
But other than that,
what about the classes? Do you feel like, and again, we'll ask you, Ms.Glam, as well, this question, but was there an experience to the classroom?
I will say that the class work was a lot easier.
Okay.
We would always tease and say this is the 13th grade.
Okay.
But
all 4 years? 13th grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was some classes that were boring and easy work. And some of them were like, why am I even taking this class? But I did like the hands-on. Like, it wasn't a million people in the class.
Okay, so smaller classrooms.
The teachers knew everyone. Everybody knew everyone.
Okay.
So for me, it was easy to go, hey, Jim, you got the homework? Can you help me? Whereas you go to a bigger school, you have no clue who's sitting beside you, behind you, around you. So I like that.
Now, Ms.Glam, so going back to the same question, did this university meet your expectations? That's one.
don't know if I had expectations, to be honest, in terms of...
Because once she realized her Bessie wasn't going, she just lowered her expectations.
My expectations
no
were
standards.
No, keep going, for real. But go ahead. You said, so you had no expectations.
I don't think I did, other than, like, mine was more dorm room experience that I was worried about. I've never shared a room ever in my life.
Sure.
So it was more prep for that than going to class and things like that.
Real world situations with people that you're
that
living with.
And dealing with the community bath. Like, that's where I was
How was
struggling.
that? Let's go down that little rabbit hole. What was that experience like?
Women are gross.
They really are.
Okay, so that's a mutual.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's a mutual. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When you can take a shower in the men's bathroom and feel cleaner.
She's like shivering over here. Go ahead.
The men's showers were cleaner than the female showers.
Interesting.
I didn't have that option.
We had a co-ed dorm.
Yeah, I didn't have that
There's no
option
co-ed dorms. Okay.
at
Historic
all.
Black College.
There was
Got
no
it.
co-ed visitation. There was no co-ed showers. There were, make sure you had shower shoes.
Oh, we had to have shower shoes.
I would turn on my water to let it heat up, and then I would come back, and somebody would be in my shower. Like I turned this water
Enjoying that
on
heat.
for you.
Wow.
So then I have to wait another hour
Oh,
before I can get in the shower again.
Yeah.
Now,
We
did
have to
you
do that.
now let me ask you a question, Miss Glam. If you turn on the shower to let it warm up,
There was no turn on the shower to warm up. You turn on the shower and step your ass in. Water was warm.
oh, it was instantly warm.
It was instantly warm.
And there's the difference.
Just the little subtle differences.
Yeah.
We're gonna go there. Now, going to the classroom, what was that experience like?
I mean, there were a few classes that were large, but those were the classes that typically had baby in front of it. Baby bio had hundreds of people in it. Your standard English or major classes really didn't have that many kids in it. I always knew several kids in my class that I could grab homework from or notes from. And you were always connected anyway through Blackboard and all of that stuff. So even if I didn't know anybody, I can pick a person and go, you got a classwork? I mean, didn't you have Blackboard?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We did.
Y'all
I
didn't have
concur.
Blackboard?
We did. We didn't use it.
Took like 2 classes at a community college, so I know about the small classroom feel. It is a total different feel in regard to that, and I know I didn't use Blackboard in those.
See,
when
but I
went
like to be in the background. I don't want my teachers knowing who I am.
It depended on the subject for
I don't
me.
want
like,
my teachers knowing
don't get me
who I
wrong.
am.
If I'm in a subject I can't stand, yeah, I'm in the back. I'm snoring. I will figure it out, and if I gotta read the book later on, I'll do what I gotta do. But odds are I'll probably sleeping in that class.
And that's how I passed, because I got to know all the teachers. I even had a teacher say, you know what? You leave my class, don't come back. I give you a C.
What?
I'll take it. Thank you. And I'm leaving. That may have been the hardest class in college. The hardest class.
Oh wow.
He offered a C. I took it.
Wow.
We'd have had to negotiate for a B. I can't have no C on my
Now,
permanent record.
wait,
When you're not passing.
When you know you about to hit the W because you need to
Why
withdraw
didn't
before
you
an F
ask
becomes.
me? I could have helped.
It was beyond help.
It was too late. It was irreparable.
At that point.
It was irreparable. It was between her and that professor.
And that was it.
That was
and I
it.
had to walk. And he gave me that opportunity and said, take the C and never come back. And it was still 3 weeks left in the class. I'm taking the C.
Now, I will say, once I got into my major, the level of teaching or, that closeness with your professor, that more one-on-one, that's when it came about. And sometimes I got the same professor. I think I had like 1 or 2 professors I had 3 different classes with. So they knew me very well. But when I was going into just my prereqs and all that stuff, yeah, it was just, I felt like I was just a number. I just felt like a fly on the wall. Now, let me ask you, in regard to mentorship, did any professor or any staff really take to you? And if so, how did that mold you to who you are now? Miss Glam, I need to know, was the person that mentored you of the same race or not? But we'll start with Miss PieDiva.
I was the type of person that I would say, had a connect in every department. So if you were in financial aid, I'm going to my person. If you were the cafeteria lady, Miss Lucy, you my person. I mean, I had someone in every area that I can talk to, I can go to. I didn't have a specific person.
Everybody was there to just kind of help you develop to the woman that you are.
Right.
I got you.
I was around the most the choir director.
Okay.
She would put me in check, and she really thought she had me in check because she knew both of my parents and actually taught my dad.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's not nice.
The
Not
fact that
nice.
she's going the extra mile.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying though, Miss Glam.
yeah. So
Now when you trying to do stuff you ain't
No.
supposed to do.
Wow,
I know what you mean.
Right.
EWC nights for her.
yeah, no. Mm-mm. She kind of was the one to make sure I was in check. If I messed up, she was on the first thing calling my mother, making sure she knew what was going on. So she would be the most influential.
Ooh.
Now, do you think you were receptive to this information because of the shared experiences that would be common because of being the same race?
Of course,
Okay.
because I feel like they know and they understand. So things that we haven't went through, they've been there, they've done that, and then you kind of see where they are now.
What were some quick lessons that resonated with you with these mentors?
Well, one, it was always just make sure you handle your business. So it was never go out and party and not take care of your business. It was responsibility, definitely, for the choir because I was made section leader. I was on top. So, and it was never any downtime. So it showed me responsibility and accountability.
Okay.
For sure.
Now, Miss Glam, I think I heard you say you didn't have mentors, but can you elaborate on the woman that you are now? If it wasn't the teachers, who on campus posed to be like a big influence that kind of molded you or helped spearhead the woman you are now?
No one. And why I say that is if I needed something done, if I needed to talk to someone, like I would talk to my dean, like I think it was my sophomore year, my granny passed away and I had to get permission to miss finals and reschedule. I researched the process, talked to my dean, and did what I needed to do. In terms of connecting with any faculty member, you know, I'm an introvert. I don't connect with people like that. I stay to myself.
I made me. I'm fabulous
No,
because of
it's
me.
not- it's not
Me
that.
made me. I love me some me. I got you. I hear you, girl.
No, but like I did my research to understand the process and how things work. And so I knew how to, you know, go to the financial aid office or whatever office I need to go to handle things. I really wasn't looking for someone to guide me. As far as I was concerned, if I struggled with something, I went to my parents. They love me unconditionally and aren't going to steer me wrong, where these people don't know me.
So you found it very easy to maintain privacy and continue to, you know, go to family based on being on this big university. Did you feel like it was easier because you're on a big university versus if you went to a smaller college? Did you take comfort in being a number is what I'm saying. I was trying to say it pretty, but did you like just being a number?
I mean, I liked my independence. Freshman year, I was on the leadership floor. So we had assigned, I guess, mentors or program faculty who we actually had a class every week with this group of everyone on my floor, plus the faculty who were in the leadership program. You know, and they knew me, but you know how I am. When I don't want to be bothered, I don't want to be bothered. And I don't share when I don't want to share. So I still kind of kept to myself.
Fair enough. I know for me, I had two wonderful women. One was in the Women's Center and they got me my first little cool internship with them. And then also a wonderful lady that worked at the Career Center. Both of them were Black women like me. They really went above and beyond looking out for me. For instance, with the Career Center, I mean, I would just go in there just to say, hey, I just kind of want to dust up my resume. And she would be like, yo, this just came in, this great internship. I really think you need to apply. You know, you would be amazing at it. you know, whenever I would come in, she would always say some really cool gems for me in regard to like,
keep you in the loop.
Yeah, keep me in a loop when scholarships were hitting out and internships, job opportunities, workshops. She just really kept me in the know. Good. And I know it was a part of her job, but it was almost like whenever I came to see her, she was like waiting for, I'm so glad you came to the office because I was thinking of you.
That makes you feel good.
It made me feel less of a number. And then with the Women's Center, it started out as just working there, and it was some of my best experiences were connected to the Women's Center. Also just getting the lessons of going from, you know, a young lady to a woman, like handling your business pretty much. I got taught, you know, put your big girl panties on is what I was always told every time I came into the office. You know, just the emphasis of you don't need to be down on it. You just need to figure out a game plan on what to do next. Right. Keep your options open. Always think of the bigger picture and the next best thing going out there. What's going on beyond college? Are you lining yourself up to make sure that when you get out of here, you're doing right and you're ready to go?
Now, I will say that is a downfall.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of HBCUs don't set the students up for future. Yes, we have to do internships. Yes, you needed to graduate. They don't prepare you for solidifying the job. Okay. So it's like, go intern, but not how to intern and make it your job when you graduate. So it's like
telling you what to do when you get there, like how to network, how to set a good example so that way they want to keep you.
Exactly.
I got you.
It was just like, go intern and write a paper and then you graduate.
They said the words, but they didn't really go into detail and
teach
give the steps.
you how to land a job.
Did they have a career center?
Not at the time. I will say EWC has made an amazing turnaround. The new president is amazing. They have so many things and it's amazing now. Like kids, they have no excuse now. When I was there, they were opening up the police station. So now kids in criminal justice, you can go to the police academy and you graduate college and you graduate the police academy and you have a job.
I got you.
That was the year after I graduated.
Let's jump into the best experience you had and that you're grateful to have had there. And I need this experience to be in particular to the type of school you went to. Like you had this experience because you went to historical Black college, or you wouldn't have got this experience unless you went to a traditional university. So when you think of this experience, kind of gear it towards it's because you were at that particular school, that style school, that you got this awesome, epic experience. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Miss PieDiva, you're first.
Mine was, of course, pledging.
Uh-oh.
We got to talk Theta.
We're going to talk about that too. Go ahead.
Yes. So mine was pledging Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. That was my best experience. It helped me understand sisterhood.
Mm-hmm. So Sissy over here didn't teach you sisterhood?
That's what I'm wondering.
Right? Oh, you see.
Let me clarify. Sisterhood with 12
okay.
other sisters.
Multiple sisters, not just one.
Strangers.
Thank you. She grew up with me.
12 women that I had to be around a lot.
Right.
And I had to love them, flaws and all.
Even when they took your hot shower.
Yep. That was the best experience of my life. I never could have even imagined that experience.
Got it.
So that was my greatest experience.
And you still keep in touch with all these ladies to this day?
Oh my gosh, we talk almost every day.
And once you really linked up and had that bond, was never broken?
At all. I mean, everybody has their own lives.
Sure.
But the moment you pick up the phone and say, I need you, they're there. Like the moment I called and said, hey, my mom passed away, I turned around and my sisters were there immediately. They're like, deep. We're on the way right now. So I wouldn't trade it. Yeah.
I got you. All right, Miss Glam, what about you? What epic experience did you have going to FSU?
It's going to sound weird. It's not really epic, but it did change me.
That's
and
epic.
You were there for the experience.
What, when you had me sleep on the couch? No, moving on. I'm just playing. Keep going.
No, but moving into my first apartment
that was the
and
worst.
It being an utter
Do y'all remember
disaster.
I remember all her moves.
Oh my God.
Did you feel like a grown-up, though? Did you feel?
I felt...
I know she didn't want us to leave her.
Like a child. I did. I thought all the way up there, I'm grown. And then I arrived, and all the prep work and everything I thought was going to happen came crashing down, and I had a full-down meltdown.
Break this down. Name a few quick things or one or two things that contributed to the meltdown. Like, give us some examples.
Filthy.
Okay.
Absolutely disgusting when we moved in there.
Okay.
Like, didn't we have to run out and get...
Yes, a lot of cleaning products.
Products.
Yes.
And y'all clean, because I was having a full-down meltdown.
For the record, rabbit hole, she never...
I don't melt
never,
down.
No, that's not what I was going to say. You never move yourself in. You be picking some either crazy roommates or crazy apartments, and then, you want everybody to like make it pretty and make it a palace before we all leave Tallahassee. That's messed up, man. You don't even offer us pizza. Nothing.
I think that's the only thing we actually did have was pizza.
I don't remember eating.
Yeah,
I
remember sitting on the floor.
Y'all ate.
Oh, okay.
Because the furniture was coming the next day.
Maybe I just didn't get fed the first time. I just remember tech support eating cookies. But anyways, keep going.
Yeah, that's because we were in the dorm that year.
Yeah.
But,
okay, well, maybe you fed us. I take that back.
Yeah,
I take that back.
Food.
I don't remember. I remember cleaning, though.
Did you stay? You stayed the night.
I don't know. I just remember sitting on the floor.
I know she wasn't talking to me. I wasn't staying in that ragged ass apartment.
Couldn't pay me.
Oh, look at Sissy. Go ahead, PieDiva. Hanging in with your sister.
I was miserable because Daddy stayed.
Sister. I guess.
But I was miserable. I was so upset because that is not, the motto I tore.
So why is this the best event?
Because everybody was there?
No.
Or why was this the most impressionable?
Because...
You said I'll never live raggedy again?
Because...
I got to get a good job. I got to aim for the CEO job.
No, it was more that there's always more you need to learn. Like, I thought there was nothing else for me. Like, I had it. I'm a grown-ass woman. I just got my own apartment on my own. I was so, you don't understand.
And then life slapped the shit out of you.
I went into this apartment, the model... I counted plugs. I took pictures. I was taking notes. I was knocking on doors, asking neighbors, how y'all like this place. And then I showed up and it was utter crap. I learned that you have to have a backup plan and a backup plan and a backup plan. And after that, for the most part, I really hadn't had to rely on my parents. I may go to them and talk with them for advice or what would you do, but when it comes to handle my business, I handle my business.
So some of the lessons that PieDiva was talking about, you kind of learned it firsthand on your own versus, you were saying that you had, great people that taught you some stuff. So now let me ask you a question, Ms. Glam. Had you had someone, like how Miss PieDiva had someone to talk you through it, do you think you would have learned the lesson that you learned, or do you think you needed that hard knock life living in that raggedy ass apartment?
Well, it wasn't raggedy.
No, it wasn't. It was spick and span after,
But
after we cleaned it.
No, because I'm not that type of person. It takes a while for me to open up. 4 years isn't enough for me to bond with any member of faculty or teacher or staff or anything for me to have that type of bond.
So you needed that hard knock in your face. Wham.
Yeah. Even with my close college friends, it was the experience we went through, but it was after college and staying connected is what bonded us even further.
And now let me ask you real quick before we go to me, and I won't skip over myself. Sorority life. You also joined a sorority. How was your experience? I know you joined a multicultural sorority.
Yes.
What was the sorority group name, if you don't mind?
Zeta Chi Phi, Multicultural Sorority Incorporated.
Look at that long ass name. See, you can tell that's multicultural.
Right.
They just it's like checking all the boxes. I'm just playing. But okay, so how was that experience? And do you think you are grateful to have joined a multicultural sorority versus an all black girl sorority?
It was,
or women's sorority.
So it's a little bit different of a experience because I was a founding members. So we brought that sorority to the school. There's a lot that goes into founding. Actually, it was me and one of my college friends. It was us two, and then we had to recruit 6 other girls and do everything. You know, I helped found the next chapter at a different school and was integral to making sure, like, I did everything from start to finish to getting that chapter up and running.
Yeah, sure. I do remember that. Yep.
So it was a different type of experience.
Real quick, I didn't join a sorority. Y'all gonna hate me with this answer, but I have family members that are in sororities, so I saw firsthand the love, like you were saying, that you guys get from that sisterhood, but I just wasn't seeing it. Probably because my bestie would call me and tell me she can't talk to me on the phone because she's pledging.
No.
So I hated a sorority. I didn't think anything of it. I'll let you. I hear you go. Whoa. So go ahead, get your 2 cents.
No, but that was not the sorority I ended up.
No, but
in.
It turned me all the way off.
Another sorority.
You're right. Let's clean that up. That's fair because I don't want to shame the wrong sorority. Absolutely.
I pledged another sorority, and it was.
Let's shame that sorority. What's that sorority that I need to be?
No, I'm not. So I pledged another sorority, and I was online about 40 days, and realized
couldn't talk to nobody.
It was
hang
not
with nobody.
for me. I do not do well with
people telling you what to do.
I don't do well with that. I'm not used to that.
I didn't do well with people telling you what to do either. How about that?
Yeah, nobody does. You don't like it. But when you have something on the line that you love and you have adored it for your whole life and you would do anything to get it, not anything, because Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated is a non-hazing organization. But
PSA announcement. I love how she just sprung into that too. PSA
just want to say that. But if you have something that you love, you would take certain things or
not me.
But it was something that I love.
And see, I get the breakdown, but it just, to me, it seemed, how I looked at it is my sisterhood. I believe in sisterhood, and your sister doesn't have to be someone that, you know, is your blood sister. I wholeheartedly believe that concept. I just didn't like the fact that you're picking me. Like, I don't like the concept of...
Was it picking or paying with your frugal self?
Both.
I mean, a little bit, you know, but it was, before I got to the dollar amount, it was, I didn't like the stereotypes of this sorority only wants a certain type of girl, or you couldn't get in because we don't think you'll be a good fit. I didn't like that whole judgment before you even decided you was going to join the sorority. I should be able to pick whatever sister, you know, I want to be with, whether she is my sister the same color or a sister from a whole different, you know, whatever. Break that down for me.
I would say you would have to.
Make me understand.
I picked you.
No, but that's different. That's different. We're talking about friendships. I'm talking about being picked after you pledge. You know what I mean? And then it comes to the road of now you're in. What's the parameter of them picking to say you're in?
Once you pay that money, you're in.
Oh, see, well, there you go. I shouldn't have to pay for my friend.
But here's the thing.
Now it goes back to money.
Yes. You have certain women, girls, that don't exude what we stand for.
Is it because of their personality, their lifestyle?
There is a lot of things. And you do go through an interview process.
Right.
You need to answer these questions, and we hold you to a higher standard. Your grades need to be well.
Okay, I can understand that.
How you carry yourself.
Okay, that part. What you mean carry yourself?
I don't want to see you going to class with your hair in a bonnet or tied up, and you with the baggy shirt and some pajama
Look at your sister,
bottoms,
because that's what she did.
and
That
was her lifestyle.
But she's Ms.Glam, so you were stereotyping.
We are prejudging.
Diamond in the rough.
Well,
Yes.
okay, so
You do prejudge.
I do understand.
That's that part.
So I do understand, not necessarily about what you're wearing type thing, because I went to school every day in my pajamas.
Raggedy.
It was too early in the morning. So, but I do understand about the judgment, and here's why. At the end of the day, when this person makes it through, they wear the same letters as you. And when they walk out in the world in those letters, they are a representation of you. if this is what the letters stand for and this is what be a representation of, then you must exude that, because that is what they're going to label me as when they see those letters across my chest.
Birds of a feather flock together.
But you picked me, right, Miss Glam? And you said I dressed like a bum. So was that a reflection of you?
No.
Okay, so there you go.
But it wasn't about attire. But it wasn't about attire. Not for me. But the things that you just fishing for a freaking compliment.
Really
But the things that you exude are, even when you dress like a bum, you're gorgeous. Even when...
Thank you, darling. Continue. No, I'm just playing.
Even, as a bum, you are...
No, you can go to your real point.
Really?
We know, I'm fine.
No,
go
but
ahead.
Really?
I'm just... Go ahead. I'm being messy. Go ahead.
You have a big heart. You're sweet, or can be sweet. And we joke about your son. You are really the son to my moon.
You keep going. No, I'm just playing. Honestly, don't make it about me. I get what you're saying. I'm just being messy. But back to the letters, the representing.
You, because quite honestly, even though you don't necessarily represent me because you are your own person, people say all the time, oh, I know why she's your bestie. Because you are a good person. You are a go-getter. You do and you accomplish things. You are successful. You are a representation of me from a standpoint of, I see why you two get along.
So is that how the sororities are as well?
I believe so.
It's very similar.
Okay.
You definitely go through an initial process. We want to make sure who we choose represents us well.
But now let me ask you this. You guys are young ladies, and I'm sorry to go down this rabbit hole, but I'm very interested in it. How old were you when you pledged? You mind me asking?
It was my sophomore year of college, so
okay,
maybe I was
baby. You were a baby.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah. And Miss Glam, how old were you? Same age might be, right?
No, it was my junior year.
So,
but yeah,
21.
I was 20. No, I was 20. Because I graduated, I was 21.
That's right. So 20. So you guys were 20. You just hit 2-0. And you're still not fully the woman you're going to be. So that means these other ladies are not fully the woman they're going to be yet. How do you know that the process that you guys go through, the interview, the pledging, all this stuff will lead to know that you have picked the person knowing they're not fully the woman that they are going to be as of yet?
You don't. There is no way to say this person is just gonna be amazing forever.
So you take that chance. So what happens if they're not? What happens if they fail to represent the letters? Do y'all pull the letters?
That is a possibility.
So we regroup and we pull some letters.
We do. There was a show called Sorority Sisters.
Okay.
You didn't get approval to be on Sorority Sisters. So there are going to be some repercussions.
Got it.
For being on the show.
Is it a big thing? Is this a big
definitely
meeting? Or do we just call somebody, you send them a letter and say, yeah, you can just stop wearing the letters on your jacket?
Mm-hmm. It was done. Because how you represented the organization was terrible. Yeah, when you put that jacket on, that shirt on, you're set to a higher standard. There are things I can't walk into a bar with my jacket on. Can't walk around
it makes you walk that straight line.
Yeah, it holds you to a higher standard.
Gotcha. When you wear the jacket, you feel the responsibility rolling up. Okay, so I appreciate you on that. That gave me that little bit of clarification. Okay, so one of the best experiences, even though little nugget tech support did not go to my school, but this dude did every social organization on campus, but he was not a student to UNF. And to this day, when we run into people, they'll be like, so yeah, he's the alum and I'm not. What in the world?
He was there to spy on you.
He really was. And then just stayed. And it was hilarious.
You ain't getting no college
he really did
here.
stake his claim by saying, listen, I'm her man. But then he loved the campus and stayed. He was even a part of AASU. That was hilarious to me. He was the DJ for AASU. He went in. But nonetheless,
you need to define ASU because
African American Student Union.
Yeah.
But I was a part of.
Ours was BSU.
BSU.
Well, we didn't have to have that because we were.
It was the whole campus.
The HBCU.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's not BCU. It's HBC.
Right.
You were.
We were Black Student Union.
Were you a part of that?
No.
Wow.
Oh, ASU. When I tell you we were a big campus, but every Black person and even Latin, like we joined ASE, but ASE was a Hispanic group and we both joined that. So we both joined our respective groups, but we would just come together. Those times felt like what I would have liked to have seen had I gone to historic Black university.
Because y'all have the Black alumni
we do have Black
weekend,
alum
right?
weekend. Yes, we do. Yes,
so I went to
she did. She did go to a lot of my African American Student Union events.
But I went for the summer. I was an actual student, a transient student there for the summer.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, I took 2 classes.
Interesting. Okay.
3 classes. But I always came home. And your school, it felt different than Florida State. Florida State was huge. It was really diversified, meaning there was a lot of people.
It stayed mixed.
Yes.
There was no coming together in little enclaves.
No, we did do that, but maybe it felt more by chance. It was just,
it was that month.
They're playing
Hispanic
that
Awareness Month.
Yeah, they're playing that music, so all, the Black people just kind of gravitated.
I got you.
Or it really never felt segregated, at least to me.
I mean, you're
whereas
saying that like
at your
it's
school,
a bad word. Just say, celebrating.
But at your school, I did kind of feel
segregated. I never felt segregated.
Bit.
I never felt segregated.
In terms of not like.
I won't let you put us down like that.
No, in terms of.
It's just the school is really huge.
Yeah, my school is really, really huge where you have people coming from all over.
You were just made aware more of how many Black people were on your campus. You were made aware more on my campus, we're talking.
Yes.
You were made aware more of how many, Latin American or Filipino Americans that were on that campus. You just checked for each other. And then you just kind of gravitated and you were in similar groups together. And then it felt like home. And you got to kind of deal with becoming an adult plus dealing with people and all these customs that for some people, they've never come into contact until they came on that campus. It's kind of real and it's kind of scary. So sometimes when you had to deal with all that, it was just easiest to just come back to what was home and familiar. I go back out in the world and then, you know what, I'm missing home. Come back together and break. It's just like spurts of we always check for each other because we needed that sense of home.
And I think how many thousand people were in your freshman year?
3,000.
So you're in a sea of people. Everyone feels like we just floating along together. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure. I felt like I had my own historical Black college experience, a little bit, very small scale, when we would do the group activities. And it worked. And I felt like I had the best of both. Yeah. So that was as close as I got to it, unfortunately. Unless I went, which I did every year, went to a classic, Bayou Classic. Unforgettable, awesome, New Orleans, y'all show out. But I love that whole classic. Like, that's something that I will always take pride in. Just kind of wish I had that alum behind it when I would go, because I felt like I was just an outsider going.
Just wear the shirt.
Yeah. I didn't want to be a poser. I won't do it because I don't want to be a poser. Because, I feel like I would be outed.
People that said, I remember you from class. And you'd be like, yeah, I went there. You remember?
I remember you, yeah. Let's kind of wrap this up. I appreciate the conversation, by the way. This was some good stuff. Let's wrap up with a misconception about your university or college that you want to correct. So we'll start with you, PieDiva.
A big misconception is a lot of students that go to HBCUs aren't great. So they don't have the potential to be amazing people in lives. Like they can't be doctors. They can't be lawyers. They can't, have a successful life.
I feel you.
And I feel like that's a big misconception. There are a lot of amazing people that come out of a HBCU.
Which is true. Yeah. Like FAMU has a wonderful pharmacy program.
Right.
Howard has an awesome law school,
and we can do a lot of things.
Scholarships that come from
and HBCUs aren't any less than any other school. Absolutely. We have to work harder to make everyone know that just because we come from HBCU doesn't mean we're not smart, doesn't mean we can't succeed in life.
Who is it that you feel you have to prove that you are great to?
Mine is society.
Okay, so all.
Yeah. Everywhere I go, if anybody asks me where I went to school, I'm saying it with pride. This is where I went. Look at me. I'm doing what I have to do. I may not be exactly where I want to be. For me,
You're young though, so
to be young, I'm doing well.
Yeah, you're doing awfully well for your age. Absolutely, I agree. What about you, Miss Glam?
I don't think it has this misconception now, but I know back when I started going there, it was rated the #1 party school. Don't get me wrong, I had fun, but it wasn't easy. College is what you make it. Some people made it a party school, and either they did not come back or they were the 7-year seniors. So
Or 12.
Tallahassee is a college town. So was it easier to get in bars? Sure. However, you still had to work for it.
They always used to clown that when you went there, you never finish. UNF is what that stood for. You never finish. And I used to tell people you never fail. All right. Well, ladies, let's move on. PieDiva, I'm assuming we are not going to let you partake. Petty word, you just going to watch and spectate?
Pick one. Yeah, I'm going to spectate.
You're going to spectate. You get front row seat. All right, Miss Glam, you ready?
I'm
for
ready.
The petty? All right, petty word of the day. It's where we take a shiny word out the dictionary and we study it, absorb it, and put it in sentences. But on our show, we do it with a twist. We make petty sentences. So with that being said, Miss Glam, the floor is yours.
So my word today is sang-froid.
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 What I feel like that's a French name.
Really?
Sang-froid.
No. Sang-froid. It's a noun.
I feel like you got a beret on.
Really?
And he smokes a cigarette.
Really?
And he's got a baguette under his arm.
Sang-froid.
Sang-froid.
It's a noun. It means composure or coolness, sometimes excessive, as shown in danger or under trying circumstances.
Oh, Lord, I don't even want to know. Go ahead.
Wow. Oh, my sentence. While Mohazel is typically freaking out during a crisis,
Am I?
display remarkable sang-froid.
It's kind of flat.
That's debatable
No,
because
yes, it is.
if
No.
she's planned it out and then it goes different, you get frazzled.
I don't get frazzled. I get
You
pissed
thought-
and quiet.
Okay.
I get pissed and quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, but in terms of a crisis, that's not a crisis. Like, if the house was on fire, you would panic.
No, I would.
I would take care of
run.
business.
I would panic after I left the house, but I'm
Yes.
not gonna sit in the room and panic.
I would take care of making sure everything.
She gonna make sure
Okay,
she got
Mother
everything
Dearest.
out the house. She's rescued everyone. No. I matter of fact, I think you be the main one panicked and hoping somebody pick you up and carry you out during the fire. Use a different example.
Really?
I might have would have gave you that, but not for the fire. No. I think somebody pick me up.
Yes. I agree.
But I feel you. I fine, whatever. I'll take that sentence. All right. Well, my word is philosophic. Philosophic. It's an adjective. Causing or tending to cause happiness.
Oh, I caused you happiness?
But anyways, the sentence is, I get a kick out of hearing from our audience how much they like our philosophic podcast. All 6 of ya. No, that wasn't a good sentence.
No, because I thought it was going to be about me.
I mean, you're a part of the podcast. You're a part of the
No.
charm.
I want my name in it.
Okay,
Now I'm
for correction, retraction. I get a kick out of hearing from our audience how much they like our philosophic host, Miss Glam, and Mohazel, and the podcast.
Better. I'll take it.
Boom. Okay.
Yes.
Done. All right. Well, Miss PieDiva, y'all did not scratch, claw, or anything. This was, you were fun. This was fun. This is just, I was hoping for a cat fight a little bit. Y'all were really.
No.
We had our HBCU and PWI cat fight
Oh, yeah,
years
we
ago.
did.
Y'all was supposed to do that on air, but no, I feel you.
Oh, we
y'all
did.
did discuss very
On the
very
ride
maturely
home
on the
from
topic. I appreciate it.
Daytona?
Almost got out the car and walked.
Is it Daytona or
It was from
Orlando?
Orlando.
So wait, y'all got into it?
The whole car ride.
I literally
And you
wanted to
didn't-
walk.
You didn't talk to me for, I don't know,
A
months?
long time.
A long
Long
time.
time.
She was
Wow.
mad.
I don't play about my college. Paid a
Okay.
lot of money.
Right.
More money than
Bars. Yeah.
A lot of money to go there.
Yeah. Understood. All right. Well, Miss PieDiva, it was a pleasure having you on the show. We appreciate you being our street team correspondent. You would be out here, doing the polls for us so that way we can get some really good anonymous feedback that's really helpful, fun, and entertaining for the show. We appreciate you for being a fan. We appreciate you for being an awesome person. And Ms. Glam, appreciate you for being her baby sissy.
I really appreciate it, ladies.
Why you put
I
words in my
enjoy
mouth?
Then you know what? The floor's yours. What do you have to say to your sister?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing.
And the love is real. But no, we appreciate you and thank you so much for coming on the show. You guys, seriously, check her out. PieDiva _PieDiva_ at Instagram. Order some pies, DM her. She'll hook you up. You know what I'm saying? They're really good stuff and they're made with love. A little love from above is sprinkled on it.
That's right.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, with that being said, Ms. Glam, do you have anything else left to say?
Until next time.
And we are out.